Okay, let's get it. This is the 7 red flag signs that you're dating a narcissist. Okay. Now, as human beings, okay, men and women, we both have these traits inside of us. Okay, they're deep in our psyche, and the thing of it is that sometimes they're off balance. Okay, there's a lot of people out there like that. A lot of times, it's to some degree, it's subtle, but some of them are very extreme. Okay, and people with these traits, they're very good at cloaking, disguising it, very clever at maneuvering, okay, and manipulating emotions. And but all these traits, they come out, okay, they come out in the wash, okay, they come very visible after a while. So these things happen to the best of us, okay, but a lot of times you need to be cognizant of the behaviors of people that are narcissists, and they actually are vindictive, okay, and they're mean spirited, okay. Now, narcissism is not a good thing. It's a mental disorder. Like I said, it's a mental disorder. However, and you can't fix this, okay. This is you can't fix this, okay. You can't do it for them, or you can't really. And if you're in a long term right now, or marriage or whatever, again, look out for these traits here. You may or may not be. I mean, these things sometimes they come and go, okay. But a lot of times, but they rear their ugly heads every now and then, sometimes more often, okay, till it becomes a habit, okay. Like I said, it's subtle and it builds up, okay. So you want to be cognizant of that. Now, if you're dating someone right now, and it goes well for the first, I don't know, 6 months, 3 months, depends. But the signs you can see right away in the beginning. It's harder to pick up on these things later on once you're involved emotionally with that person. Okay, that's the way they do it. Okay, but let's get into these traits so you can avoid that. And I'm going to give you the 7 traits to look out for, the things to look out for. If they're doing 3 of these things out of 7, you want to be very mindful, okay, of the 4th or the 5th or the 6th or the 6th. They're going to interchange here and there, but still you need to look out for these traits, okay? But that should send your radar up and throw your antennas up and say, let me take a closer look at this person, because it may not be what you want to get yourself into, because once you get in that bag, it's hard to get out of it, okay? Okay, so let's go into the first one. Okay, the drama queen. Okay, now this person itself is self-explanatory pretty much. They feel like people are there for their services. People should pander to them and make them feel comfortable, or work things to their and on behalf for their favor. Okay, women that say, "Oh, I want to be spoiled. You need to spoil me." This, that, and the third thing. Okay, so they feel they have a hierarchy among their peers without any merit, just because it's them. They're in the room now. The room should stop what they're doing and check them out. It's so important. So that's a condition. That's part of narcissism. They think they're who they are, and they're really not. Okay, so why? At least number two. Number 2 is entitlement. They feel entitled. They feel like this is it's a privilege, and that you're supposed to do, A, B, and C for them. For example, women with high expectations. They're high and they're unreasonable expectations, and they expect you to wine them, dine them, helicopter rides on the first, second date. They watch a guy for their pay scale. They expect a certain amount of lifestyle. They expect about a certain kind of look of the guy, a certain kind of, let's say, chivalrous guy. They want to be with the VIPs. Okay, just because, just bringing nothing to the table, just bringing her ass and a smile. All right, but they expect the beyond, the fantasy, the Ken doll fantasy, whatever that is in her mind. Okay, so they come with a sense of entitlement, because I'm a woman, I've got the vagina, and you want it. Okay, that's all I got to bring is my vagina and a smile. Okay, so that's unrealistic in her. She's not bringing things to the table, but our looks, which fade over time. We know that fades, so it doesn't work. All right. So again, we got drama queen, entitlement, and an overinflated ego. Okay, these all tie together. They all tie together. They all skew together a little bit there. They're all related. Okay, an overinflated ego is is uh, everything they do is a big deal. It's an announcement. Okay, she comes. Oh, my day was this, or she goes to work and she's talking about something that happened at home or something that happened to her or whatever. But her story is more important than yours. Okay, if you do tell a story, she listens till she's ready to talk, and they'll cut you off. That people would rather they want you to get through your story to get to their story, so they can say what they want to say. What's more important? They focus on what they want to say rather than what they're hearing from you, what they're receiving. Okay, they're more on the taking and just giving out in. Okay, so that's a blown ego. So when a blown ego hates to be embarrassed in public. Okay, you want to crush a narcissist? You want to crush their ego? You want to ruin their day? You attack their ego. They're very try doing that. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, so the next one is they lack empathy. Empathetic. They have no remorse for wrongdoings. If they've done something wrong, or they called you out on something and they were wrong about it, and you show them, hey, look, this is what's this. You text me this right here, and I waited for you. You didn't get back to me. Oh, something wrong with your phone. I must have. See, the problem with that is they lack empathy, and they really don't. They don't apologize. They don't care how it makes the other person feel. However, their feelings are a priority. Okay, so it's like it's kind of backwards, because even if they have bad, say they go out and they're drinking and they're acting that she's going crazy and fighting with the bartender, fighting with the waitress, fighting with everybody, and then the next morning you get her home and you say, last night was crazy. Are you okay? She goes, nah, I still like nobody. I was having a hard time. She was giving me a hard time, And you go, no, she was taking your order. You see? And she goes, oh, well, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. That's a very clear sign of a narcissist, okay? Because she doesn't want to admit her wrongdoing or her bad behavior, okay? They skew it over. Next topic. Next, all right? So, which goes to praise. 5 is praise. They crave and they thrive on praise. Without praise, they're dead. They need the praise, okay? They thrive on it. They feed on that energy, okay? You see a lot of this going on the internet, as far as the provocative dress. Women are seeking validation, and when they don't feel good about themselves, they wear scantily clothes that are questionable as far as being sexy or racy kind of clothes, okay, to get attention. Okay, they need the validation. Now, the thing about validation, they really don't want it from the guys so much as the girls. It's a funny thing about that. Most guys text, "Hey, beautiful," hello, sending hearts and emoji eyes and all that shit. And women, all they care about is the girls that respond. Okay, when girls send them, "Hey, oh, that's beautiful," they reply, "Thanks, girl," another heart back, or kisses, or a puppy dog, or whatever the fuck it is. And you got guys going, "You look beautiful," no reply. All these numbers that the guys stacking their numbers. That's all they're doing. So stop validating these women out here. Okay, you don't know them, don't validate them. Okay, they don't need it. They got enough people, enough simps patting them on the back already. Okay, so let the simps do that. Now you don't do that no more. They don't need your attention that way. All right, you want their attention? See them in person. Meet up. Okay, all right. Let's move on. So the 6 is unapologetic. Okay, they don't apologize for anything they do. They do something wrong, like I said, the bad behavior, it goes unapologized. Why? Because they don't want to admit failure. Okay, they did something wrong. Okay, unapologetic is without care and unremorseful of the feelings of other people. Okay, just like empathy. Okay, and you see how this is why narcissistic people have it gets under your skin. Okay, over time this stuff matriculates, because in the beginning you're wild with them, they flatter you and all this stuff like that, and they get you into that love zone, and you start to, your emotions override your logic. Okay, and these things are permissible by you here. Okay, you allow these things. He's just doing that, or she's just this, or she's that. Next thing you know, it's who they are. It's always been who they are, but you can't see it anymore. Okay, they've blinded your logic and suppressed it so low that your emotions are higher than your logic. You don't see the stuff coming, okay? And you end up making excuses for that person in front of company or friends or co-workers at a Christmas party or a company party. You know, her behavior, you feel embarrassed. Oh, she's probably having a bad day, or she's not feeling well. You make excuses for her. Those kind of things, you know, for example, that's the kind of thing you know that you're in some kind of takeover. Narcissist is taking over the relationship, okay, itself, because she's holding the reins of how things go, and you're supplicating and fixing up her problems, okay, along the way, okay. That's what she needs too, by the way. And she doesn't apologize for it at all. Never apologizes. Never says, well, you know, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't do this, whatever. You didn't go shopping. I didn't. She goes, oh, well, you know, we'll go later. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Did you go? How come you didn't go? You know, never apologizes. So that's a big one, because again, that's part of the ego. That's part of, you know, the praise, because that's unpraising. When you're doing that, you're taking her pride away. Okay, so she did something wrong. It's a fault, you know. They won't accept that. So that which leads to number 7 is judgment. Okay, number 7 is judgment, because they'll never take your advice. Okay, for example, I don't care if it's constructive criticism or anything else, good, bad, or indifferent. They will not accept judgment from you or anyone else. They know what they're doing. I know what I'm talking about. I know. You say, oh, you know, let's go over here, and if you turn right, it's right there on the right hand. The course, you turn left, and she turns left, and you go, well, it's right there over there. I know. I'm going around. You're like, going around? What the fuck are you going around? It's right there. Why are we going around? You know, or I'm trying to find a parking spot or whatever. They'll always have an excuse for if you're trying to judge them. The excuses come rolling out. Okay, why you're not really. I know what I'm doing. I got this. You know, you don't know what I'm talking about. They kind of skewer it over, okay? So, let's go over it. Those are quick 7. There's a lot. There's a lot of these things, but for the sake of the video and your time, you know, these are the most common that you're going to see on a daily basis from somebody. Now, they do this shit once or twice or 3 times a week or something like that. Don't fucking say, oh, you're a narcissist. That's it, you know? I'm talking about severe, over time, where you feel uncomfortable with it. If it's bothering you, okay? Now that you're looking out for this, your RAS, your reticular activated system should pick up on it, okay? Your antenna should be up now, and if you're seeing this thing a little more and more, it's like, I never fucking noticed that shit. The fuck, damn, what the fuck? You start noticing it, start taking account how many times a week or whatever. If you feel uncomfortable, you're probably already in that lull already, that lull of that glow of bullshit, which is narcissism, okay? The narcissism is a condition that they're not going to fix, okay? You can't fix them. So, like I said, some are severe, but you gotta make a hard choice. Some of them but you have to communicate, okay? If she's willing to communicate and open up, you know, you can't point the faults out, all right? But you have to communicate in a way they understand, okay? But you have to have boundaries. Okay, and that's the antidote, setting your boundaries. Okay, letting them know, hey, let's have the conversation. You know, if she does some shit or whatever, give her a week or whatever. But if she does something in that week or so, kind of take a little note. Check out the next week. She's doing the shit again or more often, and she's running amok with it. Bring the borders back. Say, hey, you know, call her out on it a little bit. Don't just fucking start shouting and pointing, because it won't go through. It won't register here. Not at all. Okay, but you can question. You know, did you do so-and-so? Oh, okay. I was sure, but oh, they say, yeah, no, this, that, whatever. And you listen to the response. Listen to their response. It's going to tell you everything you need to know, okay? If they're going to divert themselves from the responsibility, or they're going to take it on and say, oh, you know what, honey, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's my bad. If you call them out on it, and she's not in a severe situation, she may apologize for it, but might do it again just to shut you the fuck up. You know, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. And then just to get you to shut the fuck up, she does it again. So then you know that she's passive, okay, with her narcissism. It's passive, okay? So you gotta watch that, okay? There's a few types out there, but this generally covers all those these little traits here, they show themselves up. They show their ugly heads here and there in different spots. So if you see those, just kind of take note of it, all right? Again, I see new people coming onto the channel. You're welcome. Once you're here, your family, like, subscribe, comment below. I get a lot of email comments, so if you comment on the videos too, I can see those too as well. I'll probably get back to you faster that way. Also, hit the like button, because hit the bell also, because I'm going to send out more content on this particular topic. It is a huge topic to cover, and I don't want to hit it all on one video because it could take too long, okay? Yo, like, subscribe, comment below. Live my best life. Hope you guys are too. It's XL, and I'm out.